All right. Go!
News your button. New warrior now.
This Parks.
Microphone check 1 2. What is this?
News your button. New warrior now.
Parks on the boards.
Yes. That's all I got with that. On to more shit that I just think is extremely interesting, and you should too. Quibi, we have seen the end.
Wait, it's over?
Fast run. Grand opening, grand closing.
They raised what?
1.6 or 1.7 billion dollars
Crazy.
in a very short amount of time. And now it's over.
They sold it or shut it down?
It's over.
Huh.
They didn't sell shit. It's over.
Oh, so they just made 1.2 billion or whatever the fuck it was.
There will be no more rounds of investing in this. There's no more funding. We've seen enough.
That's a wrap.
Grand opening, grand closing. And I still have this on my phone.
I never used Quibi.
I used it when the LA Clippers documentary was out. I wanted to see it.
Okay.
As soon as I downloaded the app, immediately they said, "Yo, if you don't forget to take us off in 30 days, we're gonna keep charging you." And I didn't care.
Oh, it was a paywall on it.
Paywall.
Oh, I didn't know that.
For sure. And I think that was kind of their problem from the gate.
Great, man. Can you find something helpful about this? We only brought it up 20 minutes ago.
They were too paywall-y, I feel like.
Okay.
Even like they couldn't even give you a little bit of content to get you interested in the app. Like they were straight paywall.
Huh.
That's where I think it failed a bit. There was no way you could have some type of free content to look at to warm up to the idea that this would become part of your daily routine.
Right. Yeah, I never saw a single Quibi. Probably because of that reason. It's paywall for everything.
And I don't think they should have went after a younger demo.
Leave it there.
Too.
Wednesday, Quibi confirmed that it is shutting down. The service itself will go dark on or around December 1. Quibi said Thursday on its customer support page. Quibi would be a risky bet even in normal times, but Quibi, which launched April 6th, rolled out on a mobile-only concept just a couple of weeks after the pandemic locked down large swaths of North America, trapping people in their homes. People can watch Quibi at home on their phones, of course, but Quibi's bet on an exclusive mobile short-form video was premised on people gobbling up these quick bite episodes while out and about. And listen, that was my first time watching, like, I watched that whole Clippers season. It was 10 episodes, 7-minute episodes. Boy, did I run through that. I thought it was an interesting idea that they were betting on. Similar to Facebook, where a lot of the content is short form.
Yeah, no, when it was first launched, I thought that was a good idea. Like, I was like, all right, an Uber ride, I can catch an episode. Like, I understood the idea. Maybe the execution wasn't right.
So the pandemic definitely affected this.
After it launched without any support to watch Quibi's programming on televisions, the company scrambled as users complained about not being able to watch its shows on the biggest screen in the house. Now that was a problem. Well, even though didn't I try to put it on the TV and I couldn't, right? Yeah, it was something going on. It was something I had to do to put the shit on the TV.
Probably
That's
mirror
true.
from your phone.
Where the fuck was I at? Similar ways to shares me on social media. Quibi also ramped up in the middle of a wave of new streaming services as tech and media giants all rushed to shape the future of video. That means Quibi was competing for your subscription dollars against heavy upstarts like Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, Peacock, and HBO Max, as well as established players like Netflix. This intensifying competition coincided with record unemployment, forcing families everywhere to reevaluate how many services they pay for and which ones to leave out. You kind of get the gist of this and what's going on.
What was the monthly rate on it? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It says $5.
It was $5 a month.
That's kind of a lot compared to...
Nah, people ain't paying the $5.
Disney's $7 or $8 or whatever, and you get all of Disney.
$5 a month. Quibi face the Goliath and YouTube the Pioneer.
But when the way you're putting the content out is for people on the go, like they said.
Show
so
me how many subscribers they had, please.
It probably says it somewhere here.
Find out how many subscribers they had. This is important information. Right?
Hit Control F.
Because they raised $1.7 billion on phones only. Yeah, I want to know how many subscribers they had. That's important, and we'll get back to this. 5.6 million.
It's pretty small.
subscribers.
72,000 stuck around after the free trial.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Whoa.
That's a very low
And
percentage.
72,000 of which stuck around once the free trial ended.
Yeah, it's not getting it done.
Nah.
Even if all of
Yeah.
that million did stay, it wasn't getting it done.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
I just don't think it was it may have had a good idea, intention, but the execution doesn't sound like.
Well, this was a lot for an idea. This cost a lot.
Yeah.
This was a very expensive mistake.
Like, and I could be wrong here, but from what I saw for your example with the Clippers shit you wanted to watch, if they're only 7 minutes, give me the first 2 episodes free on your Twitter.
Right.
Let me watch it.
Yeah.
Like,
I could be
make
wrong.
me go to this app.
I could be wrong, but I thought I heard a bunch of idiots out there say that Joe shouldn't ask for $250 million is what I thought I heard.
Meanwhile, they're just throwing away billions.
On a free
No.
trial.
Because that implies that, hey, we should get money for free. Hey, if you're throwing money away over there, why don't you throw some money away over here? That's what that implies. So no. But y'all raised $1.6 billion and couldn't attract 100,000 people to stay somewhere. I'm not going to undervalue
Make a great point.
what it takes to get a community of people to stay somewhere and how companies monetize that.
Yeah.
That was my correlation there. So my mind was blown reading some of these numbers and what was raised and what was offered and what was. And listen, I'm saying this. And listen, 80% of my shit niggas is looking on the phone. Well, maybe not 80, but a lot of
I would
people
say
are looking on
close.
the phone.
Yeah.
Right.
A majority.
So I understand the thinking here, but to see this monumental collapse this way for something that for months all I ever heard was, oh, they got it. They're raising the money. They got it. Scooter Braun. I hate you niggas that talk to me and tell me what Scooter Braun is doing. Honestly, it needs to be said. We not signed nowhere. I could keep it real here. Cash App got my back. I don't have a problem with Scooter Braun, but it's too many of these industry flunky niggas that's running around singing the graces of Scooter Braun. I don't want to hear it from y'all and in the Drake verse.
And while on a scooter.
Look, come on, but look what they give me. Quibi has recruited a who's who of stars to work with on its programming, including Chrissy Teigen, LeBron James, Dwayne Johnson, Reese Witherspoon, Chance the Rapper, Kevin Hart, Jennifer Lopez, Idris Elba, Zac Efron, Tina Fey, Liam Hemsworth. Man, come on, man.
and they reached out to me.
Come on with your fucking
Did they?
privilege. You got the
Twice.
arms and the
Wow.
tools and the strength to go get anybody in the universe. And y'all can't keep 100,000 people to stare on the phone with all that beautiful technology bullshit. Don't ever interrupt me when I'm asking for $250 million. Honestly. And this is not a Joe tangent. I'm not making this about
No,
me,
you
but
did,
this
but
is
it's
nuts. This is no. It's the way that black people. It's the only way that black people can start putting true value to some of these numbers. To see what's going on out there. Listen, I'm talking to people. I know what they think bringing a million people somewhere is worth, and let me tell you, they're wrong. They're wrong. Now, there's going to be some people that's going to take that. Hey, I'll take a cent. I'll take 1 cent on the dollar for 1 million people. Excuse me. With news like this, how could you? Is all I'm saying. I'm trying to use this as a teachable moment.
Yeah.
To be able to read the tea leaves when some of this shit comes out. Off of Quibi, on to Shonda Rhimes. Shonda Rhimes, Scream Man, pull it up. You slow today. Nah, yeah, I'm on my shit. I'm here, nigga. What's up? Shonda Rhimes ditched ABC over a Disneyland pass. I'm going to tell a story, but I'm more... Scroll. I'm more interested to see how much money she made ABC. Shonda Rhimes, if you're familiar with her...
I am.
There aren't a lot of resumes that are matching hers.
Right.
Like, anything you would need to accomplish on small screen... What did she do? Like Grey's Anatomy? Like, what did she do? Let me pull up what she did. She did everything that's like amazing. Actually, before we get into her, let me go back to the Quibi conversation really, really briefly.
Okay.
Because something to highlight there is how they probably overpaid for a lot of the content that was on the app. And I'm not sure, but I'm kind of sure that probably had a lot to do with grand opening, grand closing.
Sure.
Right?
I would imagine, yeah.
Which was I tried to say this without saying this and during some of my Spotify rants, but now that we have a moment to actually say it, now we can say it. Like, that was the point of, damn, how do you say this? Like, I think when I was talking about our situation, a lot of people took that as me singing our praises as just the best in the business, and we should be paid because we're the best in the business.
Mm-hmm.
We are.
I was speaking more so toward, that's true, Maul. But a large part of why is because of the contract that we had.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not going to find that type of production for that money. It was like Jordan in the early years or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw people comparing some of these other really high-priced gigs that Spotify was bringing in and comparing them to ours, like, that comparison is off already, number one. And number two, all of that's cool, but if we live in the future, the question we should be asking is, well, what's going to happen when they stop doing that? Because nobody can afford to continue to do that. Sooner or later, the stuff that you pay premium for has to produce.
Right.
And if it does not, then you get Quibi.
Yeah.
Then you get quite a few other companies that I won't name. I've kicked it with some of y'all. Y'all know the vibes. But you don't get return on your investment. And that's really, really, really important. So I just wanted to highlight that here with Quibi.
Do you guys remember when the whole music industry got rich off Gigit for like 6 months?
I do.
Gigit was a company that was making somewhat of like a Sims game for Facebook where you could dress the artist, plan their tour, build their house. It was like a Sims artist thing. They overpaid every last person in the music industry. They got every single artist, overpaid the shit out of them, just threw all this fucking money. I think the guy that started it had something to do with starting iTunes. Like, they was from that world.
Yeah.
But they thought, all right, let's grab every artist we can. They didn't think about the actual game and execution of the game. The shit looked like Sims in a world where Call of Duty looked like he was actually in World War fucking II. Like, it just wasn't executed properly where it mattered. The actual content was not good. They just overpaid a bunch of fucking names and all these executives. Everyone got rich in the music industry. The shit was over in a week. That shit dropped and it was done.
Companies, corporations, and people tasked with bringing content to your service, your server, you should be aware of all of this stuff. You should be aware, and you better hope that the shit that you pay top dollar for garners results. That's all I'll say there. Moving right along to Shonda Rhimes.